Tonight, we begin by honoring the remarkable leaders who have shaped Newport News over the past 50 years. Newport News now stands on the shoulders of giants. The passion, courage, and love that you have poured into this city resonates in every corner, in its schools, its businesses, its neighborhoods, and most importantly, its people.
For me, this year's State of the City was special.
So, on behalf of the City of Newport News, it is my privilege and honor to present you with the key to the city, a symbol of our gratitude and pride for your mentorship to others and commitment to the city that raised you.
Hopefully I'm a bridge between the old mayors and the new, and 30, 40 years we'll say, hey, that was the time that really put us on the map.
An event of this magnitude literally takes all hands, all talent, and all of the strengths of everyone involved.
Just so much backstage production that folks don't understand what takes place behind the curtain. And that I think is where the real magic happens.
Oh, this is huge. I mean, this is the comms department. This is their Super Bowl. It takes all hands on deck. I think all 40 of them. It's the video team, the behind the scenes, the speech writing, the video. It's a really strong production, and I'm really, really proud of them. They do a really good job every single year.
People come to the State of the City event just like other events. And for an hour and a half, you see this wonderfully executed event, but they don't realize the amount of time, the amount of energy, the extraordinary display of teamwork that goes into putting on an event like the State of the City.
So when thinking about the planning of State of the City, it really is year-long. And then we get about 6 months in, and I think the first conversation is date, time, and location. So for us in the city, this is figuring out, hey, what facility in the city can hold 600 people, and we are limited to facilities. So for the past 3 years, we've done Christopher Newport University, and that's where we went for 2025. For me, it was working closely with the chamber and our venue, Christopher Newport University, to plan everything from catering to security to seating plans to parking plans, and a timeline for everything. All of that takes some time and development and a lot of coordination and collaboration with our partners.
The early stages of planning really involve understanding first the vision of the mayor, what he's wanting to convey, the story he's wanting to tell, and then moving from there into how do you tell the story? What's going to be the most effective way to bring your audience into honestly the story of Newport News and how we share all of the great accomplishments that not only this administration has achieved, that the city staff has achieved, but the residents themselves. How do you get that story across in the most effective way and create an experience that's memorable at the same time?
There was a phrase that Mayor Jones was using throughout the year that we picked up on, and he would talk and he would refer to meeting the moment. And so that's how the concept of our city, our story, our moment.
I think when it comes to our moment, it's really reflecting on not just the 5 mayors, but the staff and everyone that's come over the last 50 years. This is our moment. This is our moment in time, and you have to seize it. And we have a brand new city council. We have a really strong staff. We're really excited to work together.
Our theme was our city, our story, our moment. And to really grab the weight of that took bringing all of the creative juices of our wonderful team together to make the video happen, which set the stage for the presentation, which set the stage for the speech, which set the stage for the call to action for our audience leaving out of the building. And so in order to make that seamless piece work together, it really takes all of the ideas, all of the strength, all of the energy of every last single person on our team.
In writing the State of the City speech, it doesn't start with sitting down writing or sitting at your computer starting to write. Actually, what happens is you begin to write in your mind the state of the city at the end of the state of the city. For example, last year, Mayor Jones indicated what his vision was for the city for the upcoming year. And from that point on, in my mind, I tracked the things that he talked about that he planned to accomplish. And then throughout the year, we tracked those things. We either mentally or for some of us on our computers, in our file folders, if we're gonna reduce crime by a certain percentage, then what programs have we done to accomplish that goal? So it's not just sitting down and saying, okay, we're gonna talk about this or that. We start with what he said, his vision for the year, and we track those things, and we keep archives, we keep footage, we keep photographs, we keep notes to ourselves that this is going to be key when we have to do another state of the city.
I stood backstage for the event, and I stood backstage so I could see everything that was going on. We had a monitor, and in the program, we had different parts. And so one of the special presentations of the program was recognizing former mayors of Newport News. And so I stood directly behind former Mayor Price and former Mayor Duval. And the current mayor, Mayor Jones, was doing his special presentation, and there was a historical video showing about all of the past achievements. And I stood there watching Barry Duval and Mayor Price watch the video, and both of them were so touched, and I think they were proud. More importantly, they were proud of their achievements. And I know afterwards the audience members came up to us and said how impactful the video was, how they didn't realize what everyone had done. And for me, that made it worth it. I saw the people who made a difference being touched by the video, and then the attendees also really appreciating that. So that was a special moment for me.
In the end, I think this was an amazing production. Again, not just off of the strength of the talent of the team, but I could tell by the energy, once it was all said and done, people felt good to be a part of the Newport News team. Whether you were a city official, city leadership in terms of administration, if you were a resident, if you were a business owner, I feel like everyone left this state of the city feeling energized for making 2025 even better. And ultimately, you always reach that part in the production where you can breathe a little easier, kind of step back and see the look on people's faces. And in the end, I feel like we hit the mark, and I think we did an excellent job in being able to really tell the story of Newport News and where it's going.
When people look at when they look at the state of the city, we are looking at it as an event, but it's not. There's the event part where we as a staff support office, we have to do all the logistics, the planning, and the back scene stuff. But really what the state of the city is an opportunity to showcase the tremendous work that takes place in the city. And it's the work of 4,000 city employees. It's the leadership of our city council and our city manager and our mayor. It's the partnerships that we have with our community and civic organizations. It's our partnerships with the chamber, with the business community. So the material, the videos that you have that we showcase are a reflection of the work of an awesome team of folks who are committed to serving the citizens of Newport News in an excellent way.
Newport News, this is our moment. The stories of our past, the achievements of today, and the promise of tomorrow are all woven together into the fabric of Newport News.
I think a successful year is everyone coming together to accomplish all the things that we set out to do. So whether it's the schools being accredited, the reduction in gun violence, increasing opportunities for our underserved populations, if we can get all of that while staying together, that's a good year for the city.
This is our city, this is our story, and this is our moment.